We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as a path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of surrender to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of spiritual universal principles. We light a candle for all those who are as of yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. This final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experiences. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Reverend William. Today I'm going to be doing a reading that you may have heard before, but I loved finding out more about the author. His name was Loren Easley. He was born in 1907. He made his transition in 1977. He was a famed writer, science educator, teacher, and philosopher. He spoke and wrote about being on a religious pilgrimage most of his life. One of his essays was called The Unexpected Universe, in which the following is a part of that said essay, and it's called The Star Thrower, which was published in 1969. You may have heard it before, but it always bears repeating. Once upon a time, there was a wise man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach before he began to work. One day, he was walking along the shore. He looked down the beach and saw a human figure moving like a dancer. He smiled to himself at the thought of someone who would dance at the beach on a day, and so he walked a little faster to catch up. As he got closer, he noticed that the figure was that of a young man, and that what he was doing was not dancing at all. He smiled to himself, and he saw that the young man was reaching down to the shore, picking up a small object and throwing it back into the ocean. He came closer still and called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you are doing?" The young man paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean." "I must ask, then, why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" asked the somewhat startled wise man. To this, the young man replied, "The sun is up, the tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they'll die." Upon hearing this, the wise man commented, "But young man, do you realize that there are miles of beach and there are starfish all along every mile? You can't possibly make a difference." At this, the young man bent down, picked up another starfish, threw it out into the ocean. As it met the water, the young man said, It made a difference for that one. There was an adaptation that came later about the ending of that, and it went like this. The wise man looked at the young man inquisitively and thought, what had he done? Inspired, he joined him in throwing starfish back into the sea. Soon others joined, and all the starfish were saved. We're now going to move into our affirmation of the month, and our word is harmony. And this affirmation was brought to us by the birthday man, Reverend William Gill. I'll say it once, and then together we'll repeat it 2 times. Harmony. My soul sings in harmony with your soul. We are one voice. And together, my soul sings in harmony with your soul. We are one voice. And again, my soul sings in harmony with your soul. We are one voice. And now we're going to move right into prayer. So I invite you into a prayer time. If you'd like to close your eyes, but take a deep breath. And we let our shoulders relax as we come home to ourselves. Letting the mind slow to the rhythm of musical notes and the beauty of songs sung. Being in those same rhythms of your heartbeat. That all is one. That ceaseless power within, bringing forth more love as we see ourselves making a difference in this world. God is love, and therefore I am love. I embody the harmonizing power of love in my family and my community. I acknowledge the wondrous abundance in my life as I am grateful for the source. From the depths of this internal source, there is freedom. Freedom to be my true, genuine self. And so it is. Amen.
So I shared with a friend of mine what we were doing for today's service, and I shared what the feature song would be. And my friend said, that's kind of like a downer song. Well, life can be a downer, or so we tell ourselves. So part of the reason why those lyrics inspire me so much is because they bring out a place in me that needs to rise. And that's what we're here for. Hello? Or 2 or 3. Do you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Let me ask you a question, a rhetorical question, a Jay-Z question. One day in the future, we'll see each other on the street and we'll say, hey, let me ask you a Jay-Z question, and we'll know what we mean. So let me ask you a Jay-Z question. This is for you to answer to yourself. Are you happy? Are you happy? Here's another Jay-Z question. How do you know that you're happy? Another Jay-Z question, could you be happier? Or is this it for you? And I'm going to be very bold and say that you would not know that you are happy unless you had been unhappy. The authors of the Abraham Hicks books talk about contrast and how we attract to ourselves events so that we can learn the contrast. Because without the contrast, we would not know what good is or what bad is. So as it turns out, bad is good because without bad, you cannot have good. So why do we bitch and moan so much about one versus the other? Not really, that wasn't a rhetorical question. I'm going to say something that you may not agree with me, and that's okay, I still love you. In fact, I already know some of you will disagree with me, and I still love you. I believe that we summon all the events in our life. They don't happen, we summon them, we ask for them to show up. Now, it may not be so great to hear that hospital stay you summoned, or that car crash you summoned, or that winning lottery ticket that gave you millions of dollars you summoned, or that amazing life partner you summoned. But I believe that we summon everything that shows up in our life. It's not easy sometimes. Driving to the service, I had an unpleasant experience. I'm okay, everything is okay, but I went through an unpleasant experience, and I'm starting to feel sorry for myself, and then I saw myself giving the talk and telling myself that I summoned that experience. So instead of pushing away, I decided to embrace the experience to its fullest. And I believe that it's really important that we experience to the fullest whatever shows up in our lives. And until we experience it and get what we need to get from it, it will keep showing up. Anything that you cannot get rid of in your life that you don't like is because you haven't embraced it fully. You haven't lived through that experience. And you summon that experience so that you may live through that experience. I was reading an interview of Roger Waters, who wrote the lyrics to that song. That song came from the band Pink Floyd, from an album with the same title, Wish You Were Here. And Roger Waters was asked, tell us about those lyrics. They are kind of a little downer. And he said that the lyrics are about being present in one's own life and freeing one's self in order to truly experience life. Let me say that again for you. When you choose to be present in your life and you free yourself to truly experience life, that's when life will flow for you. We must choose to experience to the fullest the experiences that we summon. Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Have you been running away from what shows up in your life? And is that a good technique? These ideas that I'm sharing with you are not new. They have been around for a long time. We just need to discover them. In the Christian Bible, the New Testament, there is a letter, an epistle by someone named James. Sometimes some sources say that was a brother of Jesus. Other sources say that he was a later person. But nonetheless, somebody named James wrote a letter, and he opened the letter to the early Christian congregation by saying, "My brothers and sisters, whenever you face various trials, consider it all joy." Now that challenges me. Any challenge that shows up, consider it all joy, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance complete its work so that you may be complete and whole, lacking in nothing. Let me use some modern day language. Can you dig that? Can you dig that whenever you embrace everything that shows up and consider it all joy, you will be lacking in nothing? Rhetorical, JC question, are you willing to give that a try? There is a world that exists beyond our current level of understanding. And it's really important to ascend to that world. Things that do not make sense now will make perfect sense in that world. And things that don't make sense in that world will make perfect sense in an even higher world. But it's very important to strive to ascend to a place of higher understanding where things will make sense. I was watching an interview, and forgive me, I don't remember the source. I was driving to work a few months ago. But in the interview, the person being interviewed made a statement that got my attention. He said, "Good luck begets good luck, and bad luck begets bad luck." People that have good luck seem to get more good luck. And people that have bad luck seem to get more bad luck. But what is good luck? Good luck is being prepared from when the opportunities show up. There is no good luck and bad luck. There are people that are prepared from when the opportunities show up, and there are people that are not prepared when the opportunities show up. And the more prepared you are, the more good things happen, and the more good things happen, the more good things happen. And that's why that person being interviewed said, "Good luck begets good luck." Have you made time for yourself to be prepared for what shows up in life? Are you on your calendar? Are you on your to-do list? Do you put your own oxygen mask first? My wife, Silvana, and I were in Germany last month. It was our second trip. We love it there, and her daughter lives there, so it's double the reason to go to Germany. And in Germany and in most of Europe, there are these beautiful, beautiful church buildings, and they are hundreds of years old. So I make a point when we are traveling to Germany to visit churches and go see them. And we went to see the St. Jacobi Church in Göttingen in Germany, north of Frankfurt, about 2 hours. And in there, I saw something that moved me. It just moved me. And I saw this sign that says, "Ich habe Zeit für Sie." That means, I have time for you. The clergy of that church wanted to make sure that the congregants understood that they came first. When the day comes that I have a desk at a Unity Center again, that's going to be on my desk. In German, but it will be on my desk. Because that meant the world to know that somebody has time for me. Do you have time for yourself? And are you willing to prepare yourselves from when opportunities show up? And will your good luck beget more of your good luck? So the experiences that you summon will be more on the side that you find pleasing than not. But remember, you need the other ones as well to have contrast and figure out when you are happy. I've done way too much of that in my life. I've been swimming around in a fish bowl year after year with the same fears, with the same pain, with the same worries. And I think I figured out how to get out. I think we swim in a fish bowl year after year when we lie to ourselves as to what the truth is. So I got up this morning real early, and I got dressed, and I drove here to tell you, tell yourself the truth about what is. What is. What you tell yourself about it comes and goes. But it's really, really important that we tell ourselves the truth about what is. When you tell yourself the truth will set you free. And when we live in a world of lies to ourselves, to each other, to our communities, we are not free. I personally believe that all the nonsense going on in the world, in our nation, is nothing but the effect of the sum total of all the lies we've been telling each other for a long time. And the time has come to speak the truth. The truth might be inconvenient. The truth might tick you off, and I edited that. There's another word in there, but I want to be bad, so I edited it. The truth might tick you off, but I promise you that the truth will set you free. Because it is when you're living in a world of appearances that you are swimming in a fish bowl forever and ever, until you realize the time has come to speak the truth to yourself and to the people in your life. JC question, are you willing to speak the truth about what is? Maybe write that down if you're taking notes. Maybe put it on your phone. Are you willing to tell the truth about what is? The last night in Germany, Silvana and I stayed at a hotel in Karlsterbach. It's a community near Frankfurt Airport, so we wanted to be positioned for next day and going to the airport and taking the long flight home. And in that hotel, I saw something else that also moved me. On a poster in a hotel room, I saw this poster. Freedom always follows truth. Corollary, if you want freedom, you must first have truth. Speaking your truth will set you free. When you are free and you are prepared for opportunities that come, your luck will be good. However, you will summon onto your life all kinds of events so that you can learn the contrast. Because without not happy, you could never know that you're happy. Are we on? Yes. Oh, 2 people said yes, good. So Reverend Jonathan likes to give you an assignment, and so do I. We're both teachers. Teachers give assignments. And we used to call it homework. And then Reverend Jonathan changed it to home practice, so it wouldn't feel like work, it's a practice. Well, I'm going to up the ante. Today, we will call it life practice. So I'm going to give you an assignment for your life practice, not something to be done Sunday afternoon if you have time, something to do every day of your life. Number one, tell yourself the truth about what is. Key statement. Tell yourself the truth about what is. Number two, experience to the fullest what you have summoned. You may not like me for saying it, but you summoned it. Experience to the fullest that which you have summoned. Number three, in all things, at all times, give thanks. I probably couldn't teach a prayer class because it will last 2 minutes. I will tell you, say, thank you, God. We're done. Have a nice day. That is my current form of prayer. Yeah, once in a while I'll deviate and do this and that, but generally speaking, anymore when I pray, I just say, thank you, God. Because whatever shows up, I summoned, and it is for me to experience it. Experience, verb, the experience, noun. That is our job. So going forward, show up, pay attention, and proceed from a place of love. Show up, pay attention, and proceed from a place of love. And you will remember these song lyrics as a place where you were, and now you have ascended. I wish you were here. And by that I mean, I trust that you will show up, pay attention, and proceed from a place of love. I love you, and I bless you.